Asian Paints is set to post its Q3 FY22 numbers today. We are expecting a strong volume growth coming in from the company. 16 to 18% is what we are expecting in terms of the volume growth of the company. Other than that, revenue is expected to see a double-digit growth, around 12% growth in revenues. Profits, on the other hand, we are expecting a decline of 11%, and margins also expecting a contraction of 730 basis points in terms of the EBITDA margins of the company. Now, let's see the breakdown of what is impacting the top line, bottom line, as well as the margins. Now, top line growth, double-digit growth mainly led by the festive season that has helped the top line growth and supporting the top line growth. We are expecting overall, a double-digit growth in the domestic decorative paint segment as well. Market share gains, price increases, all this is surely supporting the revenue growth and the top line growth of the company. Moving on, let's talk about margins. Margins, we are expecting a contraction in terms of the margins. Inflationary pressure, increase in raw material prices, obviously that's a big concern for most of the companies, and that is what has impacted Asian Paints as well in terms of margins, because margins are only at 19% versus what we were last year was at 26.3%. So last year obviously there was a high base also, so that does have an effect as well, but still the inflationary pressure is something that is impacting the margins of the company. Now, if you look at the margins on a sequential basis, yes, all the raw materials that are used, that has surely seen an improvement on a sequential basis. Year on year basis, there's still a decline in other raw material prices. So that is why sequentially, maybe we could see some improvement coming in, because maybe there's not that much of a price increase in raw materials as we had seen last year. So sequentially improvement there, and obviously price hikes that is something that has supported the companies, because most companies have taken price hikes. Asian Paint has also taken price hikes, so that is something that is supporting the margins sequentially. But year on year basis, obviously we are seeing a decline. Valuation wise also, look at it, when you look at overall Asian Paints valuation, they're at 74 times 1 year forward PE, that is FY23 PE. It's higher compared to the other paint players as well, and we'll surely keep an eye out on overall the performance of the company. Where is the margin also settling at? Because in the last few quarters, we have seen last quarter also margins had seen a sharp decline coming in as well. Margins were only merely at 12% last quarter as well, and before that company was maintaining around a 16 to somewhere between 16 to 20% in terms of the EBITDA margins of the company. So how is the margin performance going to be? The commentary on that is something that we will be watching out for. Volume growth, how is that shaping up as well, is an important factor to watch out for. And in terms of other factors, commentary or anything on demand trends, how are they saying in terms of demand trends, rural versus urban demand, which geographies are doing quite well, will be something that we'll be keeping an eye out on.